Hi, Derek with Continental Door here, and today we're going to go over performing your annual maintenance. So first thing I like to do is disconnect my motor. So pull your red release, and now it's in manual mode. I like to check the balance, making sure, and make sure you're being careful not to get pinched here, but your door should balance at any point of the door lift. If it feels too heavy, check for a broken spring maybe. If it's very heavy, it might just need a tune-up. Springs sometimes change on our fatigue over time, and give us a call. We could come out and service that for you. If it's a little heavy, it shouldn't hit the ground or anything like that. It should feel balanced. So then what I like to do is I like to move my door, side shift it all the way to one side. We like to use a petroleum-based lubricant, and I look at the ingredients in the back that it says petroleum. And then what you're going to do is right here on the shaft of the roller, the stem of the roller there, I like to get a little oil. And I always, when I'm doing this, like to keep a rag with me for overspray. You can't over oil something, you just risk making a mess. One thing you want to do when you shoot your spray here, make sure you don't get any overspray into the track. If you do, you just want to come through here and make sure you clean it, because over time that will collect dust, which will turn to grime, and it'll just get worse over time. But also see this slit right here? You're wanting to shoot just a little oil right there, wipe it free. That's an oil window. So from here to here you're lubricating, but inside the barrel of the roller, the only way you're getting oil in is through that window there. So I just come down here, hit all the shafts, spray just a little bit on your roller. You got 10 ball bearings inside there, right here on these eyelets. Come up here, spray there. Do the same on the other side. Now what I do, and you'll feel this getting better as you do it. Take it to the other side. Now, so I have the shaft exposed here for more lubrication. Hit the oil window. Your rollers, the ball bearing rollers. And this makes a world of difference. So now I come to the center and I just kind of work it back and forth. And I can already feel that that oil is working in. Now a good working door should have some play like that. That's nothing to be concerned about. It needs some tolerances. Things change as they go, but center your door back in the opening. And now the last thing you're going to want to do is lubricate your springs. Your torsion springs are located overhead. And what I like to do is just spray them at the top. A nice spray, watch your overspray. If you have a real nice finished garage, maybe put something up there so you don't get it on your drywall. But come to the top, a nice spray. And like I said earlier, over oiling it, it's not going to hurt the spring. It might drip onto the face of your door, which is going to make a mess. So you just want to, you could towel dry it if you wanted, but just a little bit of spray and it should work in. The advantage of something with a higher viscosity is it's going to stay in there longer. So then just repeat. If you have two springs, you're going to want to lubricate the other spring. Come at the top, let the oil kind of work in those coils. Now your manufacturer will say lubricate the rail here, but I haven't seen a rail go bad for the most part before the motor head does. And I don't lubricate my roller chain or grease the underside of the rail. It just seems to make a mess, and I've never seen chain rails really fail before the motor does, and it's a whole new system at that point. So save the mess and the fuss of that. And then the last thing I like to do, obviously re-engage your motor. Now run it. Run it a couple, come on down. Run it a couple cycles, really let that oil start to work in. And you'll hear that the system is already getting quieter every time you cycle it. And you don't have to oil it just once a year. If you find that when you first got your door installed and it sounded, you know, like the day it was new, and it progressively gets louder or squeakier, spray oil where the squeak is, or go through and lube everything. You can't over maintain a system, you can just under maintain it. You're not gonna hurt it, it'll just help your ears, and if you got living space above, kids napping, or whatever you got, you're gonna find it just a more enjoyable system and longevity. Springs are gonna last longer. The other thing is just, you know, go through and check your system. Any loose bolts, any issues with your backings. I just like to check everything. So yeah, feel free. We do offer an annual maintenance, or you know, look us up online if you have any other questions. Thanks. Also, we do have this lubrication available and for sale at our dealership. Feel free to come on in and pick up a can, and we'll be glad to sell it to you. Thanks for watching.